Hello, Leo. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of September 2020. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome. And I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, Leo, I'm going to be using my white tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot deck, as I always do. And then I will close out your reading, Leo, with the magical messages from the Fairies Oracle card. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, my cards are already starting to talk to us. What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020. All right, Leo. Looks like you're there's something that happened in your recent past that you keep going over and over. And I'm feeling like this is something work related, okay? Because the King of Wands here talks about, being seen, being looked at, being watched by supervisors, but not in a bad way, not like they're spying, but it's like they're taking notice of you. It's like they see you're a good employee, you're a good person, and they could be considering you for a promotion, something like that. But I'm feeling like there's something that happened at work or something in relation to work, and it's like you're playing it over and over and over again, like, oh, should I have said this? Should I not have said this? Should I have done this? Should I not have done this? It's like you keep replaying something, Leo. Now, of course, this isn't going to apply to everybody, but this is what I'm getting right now. So if it does apply to you, this is for you. If it doesn't, I'm going to do my best to kind of read for the collective here. Now, for those of you that this does resonate with, you're going to have to let it go, is what I'm getting. And this could be for everybody. Leo, you maybe it's not a work-related thing. Maybe there was a conversation that you recently had, and you're going over it over and over again. You're wondering if you said the right things, or if you did the right things, or if there was more you could have done, or something, or if maybe you did too much. It's like you keep going over the story, and you keep second-guessing yourself, and you keep wondering, like, it's almost like you feel like you need to forgive yourself, but you didn't do anything wrong. There's a sense of guilt coming through, and we have to be careful of that, Leo. You have to be really careful of that, because that's going to affect your ability to make money. It's going to affect your ability to attract money, to manifest money, to really be in that vibe of a money flow that we're trying to all get to, right? That we're all trying to, make more, be more, have more, do more, whatever the case may be. So I'm getting that very clearly, Leo. Let it go, because you did what you knew that was best to do at the time, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be able to kind of rework the situation in some way. Either you'll have another conversation, or either someone will give you an opportunity to kind of explain yourself, or something will happen to where you can create the outcome that you had intended. Okay? The other thing is like I said, I feel like this is something work-related. I feel like you're on the radar, so to speak. Supervisors are watching, managers, executives, whatever the case may be. It's like you're definitely being looked at. And this is it. It's a good thing. You're not being scrutinized, but you're being noticed. There's a very slight difference there, and it's like someone is picking up on your talents, your skills, your abilities, and they're very impressed with you. Now, this is something that you can use to your advantage, right? We have the Magician card here, and you can use that power And in some cases, it can be a very hypnotic power. if someone is already impressed with you and someone already likes what you're doing, then it's not going to be a far stretch to shine even more so in their opinion. And I think this is kind of what I'm getting. The more I look at the cards and the more I start really connecting with the energy, is that you have this ability to really shine in ways that you probably never even thought of, Leo. So I want you to really take advantage of that, and I really want you to kind of step into it powerfully, unashamedly, and with no hesitation and with no regrets, okay? Let go of the old story that you keep replaying and start positioning yourself in a new story, because you're definitely shining, okay? We have the Ten of Cups here. Now, this is the ultimate joy, happiness, fulfillment card. Even when it's in the reverse, it just means maybe it's not to as high a degree as you would like, but it's still a very positive card. And because this is something that I feel is work-related, maybe you're about to get a raise or a promotion. May not be as much as you would like, but it's still going to be very good. So get ready for that. This is all coming through this first week of September. So I feel like, Leo, it's about you just making the mental shift of things being different, okay? You don't have to feel like you have to force anything. I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at. So let's continue on. What do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? Ooh, okay. All right, so I can say that as it relates to work and money and your career, get ready, because the workload is about to increase significantly. Doesn't matter if you are an employee or if you have a business. Just know that the work is really going to start coming on, and it's going to start coming on a lot. The volume's going to increase, and it's going to increase very, very quickly, especially as we move into the second week of September. Now, if you're not employed, that doesn't mean you're getting off scot-free here, Leo. If you're not employed, just know that the responsibilities that you have in your everyday life are also going to increase, okay? It's about getting things ready. You're going to have to start preparing. You got to do the legwork. If that's looking for a job, if that is getting your home in order, maybe, things going on with school for your children, whatever the case may be, maybe things in your business, whatever it is, just know that you're going to get really, really busy once we hit that second week of September. Now, we also have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords, both in the reverse. The Knight of Cups in the reverse talks about someone not coming through for you. I don't feel like this is anything too heavy, so to speak. I just feel like someone cancels on you and you're like, it's almost like you expected that. This is something or someone not showing up for you when they had promised they would. It's disappointing, but at the same time, you expect it, Leo, and so it's not a surprise. Now, the other thing we have is the Page of Swords here in the reverse. The Page of Swords in the reverse talks about some news and information about something coming through that is being eliminated, something that's being removed. Now, the thing about this card here, what I'm feeling, is that this is also something that could have been expected, but you get the confirmation of it once we hit the second week of September. So let's say you were hearing rumors about maybe layoffs, or maybe people getting demoted, or maybe taking pay cuts. And unfortunately, maybe that might be confirmed as we hit the second week of September. I'm feeling like this is a rumor being confirmed, and not a good one, However, when I look at these two cards here, all is not lost. Don't be too discouraged. Don't get stressed or angry or worried. Why? Because we have the Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups in the upright position. Now, these two cards in the upright position are very good news. Let's say the rumor is confirmed here with this Page of Swords in the reverse, but The Queen of Swords. Now, this is definitely something working out to your advantage, even though it may be negative. The Queen of Swords has a very, she has a very sharp and I want to say, you know how when you're in a situation and when you refuse to take anything less than what you want, that's what she's about. It's like she refuses to settle. She refuses to sacrifice more than she already has. And this is actually going to put you in a very good position. So let's say, the rumors are true and someone gets laid off. Well, now they're in a position to either negotiate maybe an exit strategy, maybe a severance package or something like that. But you also have a connection coming up here, a divine connection, where you're going to be in a position to negotiate, to kind of not necessarily make demands, but kind of say, hey, this is my expectations and I'm not going to settle for less than that. It almost puts you in a power position. And I know it may not feel like it, because if someone's getting laid off, of course, that's not necessarily a powerful position to be in, but it's what happens after the fact, especially if you are someone that is very experienced and established in your work. This also could be an opportunity that you have to do something else that you've always wanted to do, and you start connecting with the people who can make it happen for you. So let's say it is a layoff. Let's say this is some changes coming to the workplace. Now you are freed up to pursue that business. Now you are freed up to maybe turn your side hustle into a main gig. Whatever the case may be, it's going to work out. And I can say that very confidently when I look at these two cards. You're going to connect with the right people at the right time in the right way. All right, so don't be afraid of this news. And this may not even be bad. This could just be, you're getting confirmation of a rumor about someone else being fired or someone else being let go, so. All right, these two cards just flew out, and so I'm going to throw them down for you, Leo. But let's go ahead and see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020. Okay. Got quite a few cards here, but I will take it. Okay. All right, Leo. So, lots of changes coming for work, okay? And I say that because I see the wands here. Now, when I see the wands, the suit of wands, this tells me it's workplace stuff. It's work-related stuff, career-related stuff, something like that, where it's like changes are happening in the workplace, structural changes, also sometimes literal like changes in the office, okay? The Queen of Wands in the reverse, this tells me that there's going to be some staff changes. This is people coming and going in the workplace. Maybe someone's being removed, maybe someone's being promoted, maybe someone's title is changing. I'm feeling that very strongly with this card here. Now, if you don't work, if you are looking for a job, or if you are a business owner and this doesn't really apply to you, that doesn't mean that it doesn't apply to you. This could also mean, too, there's still going to be some structural changes in your business. There's still going to be some lateral moves that are happening, as it relates to the operations of your business. Now, if you're not employed and if you're not a business owner, how does this apply to you? Well, this could be that you're going to have to change up your own systems of how you're doing things. Now, you probably run a household. You probably manage your kids, schedule, school, whatever. There's going to be some changes to that you're going to have to make accommodations for, okay? This tells me very clearly that you're going to have to accommodate some type of new system, some type of new procedure, a new way of doing things, a new order of how things happen for you. Three of Pentacles. This tells me you're going to be working solo, Leo. I think you're going to like that, though. This tells me that you're not going to necessarily be doing group work. You're going to be forced to work by yourself, and it may not even be, something that you're complaining about. This actually might be a good thing. But I do see that there's other people around you who will not be around you as we move into the second half of September, which means you're going to be doing some work all alone. The Eight of Swords, this is good. Excuse me. It means a breakthrough in self-limiting beliefs. You are no longer a prisoner of your own thoughts. You are someone who is really taking charge of how you see the world and what you can and cannot do. And you make your own rules as you move forward, and that's very good. Again, we talked about changes happening in the workplace. Now we have the King of Wands here. Remember, we saw him here. You're on the radar. Someone is paying attention to you, Leo. Someone is looking at you. Someone is considering you for something positive. Like I said, I'm feeling like this is an advancement in some way. Now, if you're not employed, again, this still means the operations within your home or just the general operations within your life. Okay, someone could be eyeing you, and this is not bad. Okay, I don't want you to feel like someone's spying or stalking you. Not at all. But someone's paying attention to you, and this is something that's good. Could be a neighbor. Maybe a neighbor wants to work with you on a project. Maybe someone in your family or a friend or colleague, somebody. You are coming through for them as an idea of a person to partner or to work with. Okay, so that's really good. Two of Wands talks about future career plans on hold. I think a lot of us are going through this right now, especially with the whole, COVID situation. Nobody knows how things are going to look 6 months from now, even 3 months from now. We just don't know. So a lot of us are starting to kind of put our plans on hold, or we're just not making plans at all because we just don't know. Now, these cards here, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Whew. Seven of Pentacles talks about work picking up or you wanting to work more, but there just not being a whole lot of work available. Now, I talked about here about the workflow increasing just in your life overall. This could be, it's like you really, really want to work and you really, really want to get stuff done because maybe you're already in that mode. But now there's just not, there's not as much work to do. So, it could be something where you have to kind of adjust, especially if the money's not coming in like what you expect. Or it could just be that you have to adjust your schedule. Maybe you do want to work, but you don't have time to work. Maybe you have to say no to something else so you can say yes over here. You're going to have to figure that out, but it's something that you do need to be aware of. Now, we also have the Knight of Swords. This means that things start slowing down. The Knight of Swords is all about swift moving energy. When he's in the reverse, it talks about things just not happening as quickly as we would like them to. And I think that really falls in line with this card here. Finally, we have the Ace of Cups. Now, this is one of my favorite cards too because it means the beginning of a brand new relationship, the start of something that's highly emotionally fulfilling. This could be a new relationship, it could be a new job, it could also be just a new friendship, a new connection, a new project, just something that really fulfills you emotionally. So this is really, really good. I love to see this card because it's an overflow of positive emotions, positive joy, just high vibrational feelings. All those good things are definitely going to be coming your way as we move into that second half of September. All right, Leo, let's continue on here. Let's see what else we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020. What do we need to know? Oh, okay. What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? All right, Leo. So now this is interesting as we close out September. Look at what's happening here. You have this Five of Cups. We saw him. That was the first card. We also got the Queen of Swords. She was here. Okay. Five of Cups means you're still replaying whatever that was. You haven't quite let it go. It's okay. We all kind of go through those moments where it's like, okay, we say we're going to let something go, and then something triggers us to remember whatever it was, and now we're thinking about it again. That's what I'm feeling like this is with here. What's going on with this here? We talked about it here. You're replaying something, and you need to let it go, but something reminds you, and then you can't let it go. It's okay. It's okay. You're just going to have to give it time, I think, is probably the main thing that I need to communicate with you now. Now, we also have the Queen of Swords, and we saw her here. Now, remember, she's that energy that does not settle. But you may kind of change your mind about some things as we close out the month of September. What's important to you in the first half of September may not necessarily be as important as we close out the month of September, and that's totally okay. That's pretty much what life is. It's making adjustments as we go along, and it's doing what we can do, with what we have at that time. So I feel like you're going to have to make some adjustments on your decisions and on your expectations as we move towards the last week in September. We have the Eight of Cups here. This means that you are choosing to stay. Wherever it is, especially as it relates to money, you're not ready to move on just yet. You are probably feeling more like this is something, it's like the timing's not right for you to start a new job or start a new business or something like that. It's like you're feeling like you need to stay put. And I'm going to tell you to honor those feelings because you know what's best for you at that time. Okay, so if you're feeling like you don't need to move ahead in something, it's okay. You're totally fine, doing that. I don't want you to second guess yourself. Just trust yourself when you make that decision. Now, we also have the Seven of Cups here, which means you are going to have a lot of options. So maybe the best course of action is to stay put right now because you're going to have several things being presented to you, especially as it relates to money, wealth, work, business, finances, prosperity, abundance, all those things. You're going to have more than one option, more than one offer, maybe even more than one direction you can go. Finally, we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, this is really, really good because it talks about the start of a new business or a new job or some type of a new enterprise. However, you still have to get some things in place in order for it to really take off, okay? Make sure you have all your legal documents in place. That's what I'm getting really strongly here. Make sure you have the right people on your team. Be very, very thorough when you're setting this up because it's something that is, it has the potential to be very successful. But you have to pay attention to the details in the process of setting it up, of getting it started. So you want to take your time. You want to get legal counsel if you need to. You want to do research if you have to. Just make sure everything is in place and it is solidly in place before you pursue or before you launch something. I'm getting that very clearly. So overall, Leo, you have, I want to say it's like this is going to be the month of making decisions, right? And then reworking those decisions as the month plays out. It's like you're going to have some ideas here, and then a week will go by, and then you'll say, oh, I need to rework that. And then another week will go by, and you're going to say, oh, I need to kind of adjust this plan. Okay, so that's totally fine. We all go through these periods in our lives where we're just kind of course correcting as we move forward, and that's totally okay. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a magical message from the Fairies Oracle card. Oh, I like this one. Okay, it says, your desire is within reach. Have faith as everything is working out in your favor. How true is that? How true is that? And this is very beautiful too. All right, so your desire is within reach, Leo. Everything, I promise you, everything is working out for your greater good. And I want you to trust that, especially as you move through the month of September 2020. All right, Leo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. And I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll definitely do it all again next month.